This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
With all of the fervor from Republicans and the gnashing of teeth and the wailing and the sniveling and the crying that has gone on since Joe Biden called MAGA-Republicans semi-fascist, I thought that I would push back on their false narrative, because it has become an art form for Republicans to project, to accuse the other side of that which they are guilty. They are now calling Joe Biden an authoritarian, a dictator-like character, a fascist, they say. So I thought it would be instructive to go to a high school resource, a classroom aid, ostensibly from a history class teaching about fascism. The 14 defining characteristics of fascism. We'll throw these up on screen. Now remember, we're going to ask ourselves, is this a Republican thing? Are they fascist? Are they semi-fascist? Or is it the Democrats who are fascists? Years ago, this was compiled. This isn't in response to Donald Trump. This is just facts, the way it is. 1, powerful and continuing nationalism. Fascist regimes make constant use of patriotic mottos, slogans, symbols, songs, and flags. Where have we seen that before? Make America great again. America first. Trump flags everywhere. Come on. That's a little on the nose, wouldn't you say? Number 2, disregard for human rights. Human rights can be ignored because of fear of enemies and the need for security. As a result, people tend to look the other way, approve of torture, approve of long incarcerations of prisoners, approve of executions and assassinations. Donald Trump just a couple weeks ago was saying that we're going to put to death drug dealers. We've seen the proliferation of the rolling back of rights under the fascist court, the 6-3 Supreme Court. Number 3, identification of enemies as a unifying cause. People are rallying into a unifying patriotic frenzy over the need to eliminate a perceived common enemy. Racial, ethnic, or religious minorities, liberals, communists, socialists, terrorists. Haven't you heard any of the videos I've done about Tucker Carlson talking about the great replacement theory? Demonizing immigrants, saying that immigrants make our country poorer and dirtier. He said it with his own fascist lips. Does this describe Democrats? Or does this describe Republicans? Number 4, supremacy of the military. Need I say more? Number 5, widespread sexism. Come on. They have stripped away women's bodily autonomy and self-governance relative to their healthcare choices, making abortion able to be illegalized, criminalized across the country. If that's not sexism or misogyny, what is it? Controlled mass media. A little picture of Nazi book burning here. Where do we see people banning and burning books? Is that a Democrat thing or is that Republican? Yeah. Number 7, obsession with national security. Number 8, religion and government are intertwined. How many videos have I done raising the alarm about white Christian nationalism? Is it Democrats who are trying to intertwine church and state? Or is it a Republican thing? Number 10, if I can get the pages not stuck together, labor power is suppressed. Who's the anti-union party? Is that Democrats or is that Republicans? Disrespectful for intellectuals and the arts. Open hostility to higher education. We're seeing that right now with Biden having given some modicum of student debt relief. that, oh, they're getting their degrees in basket weaving, meaningless degrees. They demonize intellectuals. They demonize higher education. Not Democrats, Republican fascists. Number 12, obsession with crime and punishment. I am the law and order president, as they gas peaceful protesters in the street a block away from the White House. Is that Democrats? Back the blue, thin blue line, blue lives matter. Or is that Republicans? I think it answers itself. Number 13, rampant cronyism and corruption. Come on. Coming out of the Trump administration, how many arrests, how many pardons did Donald Trump offer and grant to his cronies, to people who worked in and around his campaign? How many? Is that a Democrat thing? No. And number 14, fraudulent elections. Elections are often a complete sham. Elections may be manipulated by smear campaigns, manipulations of the media to control elections, and then, of course, occasional assassinations of opposition candidates. We're not quite there yet with Republicans. But this is a very clear delineation. This is a high school lesson. They teach this to children. It's such a basic concept. And Republicans want you to believe, Trump supporters want you to believe, that Democrats are the fascists. 14, this is the hallmarks of fascism. The defining characteristics of fascism. They are stupid if they believe that we will be convinced otherwise, because we have history and knowledge on our side. You don't have to be some hoity-toity intellectual in academia to understand that Democrats are in no way fascist and Republicans are in no way semi-fascist. Joe Biden, they are full-fledged fascist. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. Share this video. If you know somebody who doesn't know, if you know someone who's a Republican, if you are a Republican, and this woke you up a little bit, share this around with your in-group. Let's deal with reality on reality's terms. We're not redefining the word fascist because it fits like a glove. Follow me on social media. I am on Twitter and Instagram. I am dealing with a permanent ban on TikTok, but I am at Dollemore, all those places. I'd love to see you there. If I bring you value, please consider supporting my work, taking part in the mission of this program. Click the join button below this video, become a channel member for $1.99 a month. That's just pennies a day. Or you can click on over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are fantastic ways to help support what I do right here. Anyway, I love you guys very much. I appreciate your engagement with both this little show on YouTube and the movement we are creating, but also your engagement in our democracy, helping to save, to buttress our democracy against the threats that are posed to it by Republican fascists. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.